Hello everyone, and welcome to Claret and Booze. Nick here, and I don't know if you've already seen, but we do have some breaking news. Well, I say breaking news, it kind of broke earlier on that Kurt Zouma may be okay. The news broke on, I think it was Claret and Hugh Southam posted an article about Kurt Zouma woke up and he felt okay, and he kind of declared himself fit for the game against Watford. Stating that he didn't need a scan or anything like that. Now, whether or not the club are going to take him at face value on that, and they're going to, risk a £28 million asset on 100 grand a week on he say so that he's okay, I don't know. But the fact is, he feels okay in himself, and that's great news because we need to get some points on the board, don't we? We need something to feel good about again. Which sounds crazy, sitting fifth in the league, but look, these other teams are sort of catching us now. Well, they've caught us really to a degree because it's in their hands. You've got Arsenal, Tottenham, Wolves just behind us, a couple of points away, and they've each got sort of 2 to 3 games in hand. So we do definitely need, if we want to remain part of this top 6 push, we need to sort of get back on the horse and start getting some points in again. So having Kurt Zouma back and not injured is fantastic, because I was dreading that. If you watched our review last night, it was quite morose. We were dreading the fact, because not only did we have the news of Kurt Zouma potentially being out for quite some time, there was also that rumour that Antonio was not going to be available, that he was also injured as well, and that's also been cleared up today. Apparently he's going to be okay as well, he's going to be available, so things are starting to look an awful lot better for tomorrow night. It's a massive relief. It really is. I was starting to think that was a nailed on defeat, but with a strong first team, we should have more than enough to take Watford apart, in my mind. The only player that is potentially unavailable is Lanzini and Masuaku, who's got a bit of a knee injury. So apart from that, we're okay, which means that we've got. I'm assuming what will happen is Fornals will drop into to Lanzini's position, and Ben Rama will come in on the left hand side. So it's okay. We've got cover in those positions. Can't really get too many more injuries, can we? But you just got to take it one game at a time. We've only got 15 Premier League games left. Every game is going to be a cup final while it still matters, and at the moment it does still matter. We are still in that hunt. So. Hopefully we can get 3 points tomorrow. That will set us up nicely for Leicester away at the weekend, and it'd be lovely if we can escape unscathed as well with no more bloody injuries. The one thing that I do think that Moyes has got to do, he must start bedding in the young players. He's got to start using whoever the next in line is. It feels like it's Occo Flex in the attacking positions, because he's been on the bench quite a lot in recent games. So it makes sense to sort of give this kid some time, give him 10 minutes, 20 minutes at the end of a game, because you don't want to throw him in cold. If heaven forbid, Antonio does get injured, followed by another forward player, and we've got to throw Occo Flex in, you don't want him going in cold. You want him to you want to try and bed him in gently. So I hope he does start to do that, and I think he's going to have to anyway, because I must admit I didn't really. I thought we were over this kind of compacted fixture schedule. I thought that the games are going to be a little bit more spread out now, but when you look at the fixture schedule now, I think over the next 41 days we've got 10 games, so that's a game every 4 days. So they're going to be coming thick and fast. He's going to have to use his squad. Well, I say that squad, he ain't really got much of a squad, but he's going to have to rest players in key positions that we haven't got cover for. The likes of Cresswell, we can't risk him getting injured again. Antonio, he doesn't have to play 90 minutes of every single game. He must start using that squad a little bit more effectively if we're going to sort of fight on all fronts. We've got an okay FA Cup tie away at Southampton. I mean, I don't think that's terrible. It's not a terrible. I think I would rather be away from home at the moment than home. And Southampton, I'm not really too bothered about. People are saying, it would have been nice to have had an easier cup tie, but you can't have had easier than what we just bloody had. And look at the dog's dinner we made of that. So, no, I think that's fine. So I think there's a good chance that we'll progress in the FA Cup as well. Got the last 16 of the Europa to look forward to. So it's just Moyes has just got to be. He's got what he's got now in terms of the squad. He must look after those players, and he can't go doing what he did to Zouma at the weekend. You know, when he had an injury, he clearly had an injury. If he's got away with one there, if Zouma isn't injured, if he is in that starting lineup tomorrow, Moyes has got away with one, because every fan would have been screaming for Zouma to get hold off at that point. You know, wrap him in cotton wool. You can't risk him getting injured. I think it was mad starting him anyway. So yeah, he's just got to be a little bit more careful. But the most important thing at this moment in time is getting some points on the board. Maybe a good performance as well. We desperately need a good performance. You know, we do on this channel. We want to discuss a win. We don't want to. You know, we're not that type. We're not that type of channel. We don't feed off negativity. So we want to be positive. We want to kind of have a laugh with it all. And it's been difficult this last few months. But like I say, all is not lost. We are still in the hunt. The season it's not over. Moyes has just made life incredibly difficult for himself, but that doesn't mean that he's going to fail. That doesn't mean that the season is going to peter out. So yeah, hopefully with a little bit of luck, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. In relation to youth players, going back to that, I watched the Mark Noble podcast. You know, when he made the comments about the just after the transfer window, about how Moyes won't bring in players that don't improve the team and stuff like that. Well, I watched that pod. It was quite good actually, and he was talking about his first game when he first came into the team, and he said when he made his debut, he said his game, it went up 10 levels. He said I was doing things that I didn't know I could do. He said because I was playing on adrenaline. And he said my game went to a completely different level. He said I was amazed when I came off. He said I was trying things that I'd never tried before. It was all coming off. And that's what I'm saying to you. With the youth players, you have to give them a chance. You don't know. You can't really take it at face value what they're doing in the under-23s, because you might have a kid who's doing wonderful things for the under-23s, throw him into the first team, and he'll freeze. He'll go to pieces. But then you'll have another player who'll lap up that responsibility, and he'll transcend. He'll go to another level, and you know you've got to give these boys a chance at that level to see if they can do it. There's no better time. There is no better time for David Moyes to do this than now. And who knows? You know, we're all talking about Occo Flex. It might be Occo Flex. It could be somebody else. But Moyes is going to have to use these boys, I think. He's got no choice now. And how great would that be? To have a couple of academy graduates sort of come through and make it into the first team and be really bloody effective as well. So look, I'm feeling much more positive now. The lineup is looking a lot more favourable for us, I think, than what it was. I was dreading tomorrow night, but now I'm not. So as long as it's not smoke and mirrors, and as long as these players are available, I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win tomorrow, and yeah. So it's changed my mindset a little bit. So good vibes now. Hopefully 3 points tomorrow, a couple of goals, good performance, and we're off and running again. So yeah, that's it from me. Come on, you Irons.